So inside of the Facebook Business Manager, to create our first campaign, we're going to go to All Tools and then to the Ads Manager. The Facebook Ads Manager is where we're going to create and manage all of our Facebook ad campaigns. Now, before we go ahead and create our first Facebook ad campaign, we're going to first go to Account Overview here on the left side and make sure we have completed all the steps so we can run ads. So the first thing we need to do here is just to confirm the Facebook page that we want to use to run our ads with, because with every ad, it's going to show our Facebook page as the company that is running that specific ad. So we're going to confirm the page here. This is the one that we've created before in the video. And then we also need to add a payment method because obviously we are running paid ads. So obviously Facebook wants to get paid for showing our ads. So let's click on Add Payment Method. And when that's done, we are ready to create our first campaign. So let's go back to our campaigns here and then click on Create on the top left to start our campaign. The first thing we have to set in our campaign is the campaign objective. And because we are an e-commerce store and we want to sell products online, we're going to choose sales right here. So that is going to be our objective, to get sales on our store. Then let's click on Continue. Here we have to give our campaign a name. So I'm just going to name this POD Store 1. And that's all we want to do for the campaign level for now. We can now move on to the first ad set. So you can either click on Next at the bottom right, or you can just directly click on New Sales Ad Set here. And we're going to name the ad set after the interest that we want to target with the ads in this specific ad set. But as we haven't chosen an interest yet to target, we're just going to leave the name as it is for now. And later on, we're going to come back and change the name. So let's move on to conversions. Here, we're just going to leave it at website because we want to get conversions on our website. And then because I only have one pixel, the pixel is already here. But if you have multiple pixels, then you make sure to choose your correct pixel here, the pixel that is on your Shopify store. And then for conversion event, we're going to choose purchase because we want to optimize our ads for purchase. If we want people to buy our products on our store, so we want to set purchase as a conversion event. Then let's move on to budget and schedule. I'm going to set the budget to $10 per day and then change the start date to midnight the next day. So I'm going to just do 12 p.m. I'm not going to set an end date because we are monitoring our ads every single day and we're going to kill our ads anyway if they don't work. So I'm not going to set an end date for this ad set. Let's move on to audience. Here we're going to start by narrowing down the location that our ads should show up in. So by default, it is set to your own country. I want to change this, so I'm just going to delete it here. And then here we can simply type in the country that we want to target with our ads. So let's say we want to target the United States. I would just simply type in USA and then choose that target country. You can also add more countries and locations if you want to. I'm just going to stick with the US for now. Then we can move on to age. Now this really depends on the niche you are trying to target here, the niche of your store. So if you have a niche where there's probably more an older demographic, then you want to change the age accordingly here. I usually just change this to 21 because people who are a bit older, they have more disposable income that they can actually spend on products. Then we can also have change the genders. I'm just going to leave it at all genders for now. And now we get to the most important part of this ad setup, which is the detailed targeting. So with the detailed targeting, we are able to narrow down the audience that might be interested in the products that we want to sell. So for example, here I'm advertising a store that sells apparel for dog lovers. So I would just type in something like dog and then see if there's an interest for that specific keyword. And as we can see, there's dogs, animals, which is perfect. And this interest has around about 500 million people inside of that audience. So there's definitely enough room to scale if I can see that the ads work well with this specific interest. So I'm going to choose dogs right here. And we're just going to test one interest at a time. So I'm not going to add anything more here under detailed targeting. So now we can actually scroll up to the ad set name and then change the name to the interest that we have just decided to go with. So dogs, animals. And then we can scroll back down and move on with the settings. For languages here, because my store is in English, I'm just going to choose English here. If you are selling obviously in Spain, for example, then you want to choose Spanish. Then placements, we're going to keep this at Advantage Plus placements. That's everything we're going to do for the ad set. Now let's move on to the ad. So here is where we're going to create the ad that people are going to see. So the first thing is going to be the ad name. I'm just going to name this ad number 1. And then we're going to choose the Facebook page that this ad will be from. So this is just going to be the one that we have created before here. Then we're going to go to Ad Setup. Now by default, it has selected Catalog. If you choose Catalog, it will just take products from your store and then show them to Facebook users. What I want to do here is just create my own ad creative. When people say creative in advertising, what they just mean is the media that people see in the ad. So this could be a video or this could be an image. So I'm going to do manual upload here and then upload my own creative. And to keep things as simple as possible, we're just going to use a single image ad. So no video, no carousel post, just a single image. And now I'm going to quickly show you how to easily create a professional Facebook ad using Canva. Then let's scroll down to Add Creative and add our image by clicking on Add Media, Add Image. And then I'm just going to drag in the image that we have just downloaded from Canva. Click on Next. Then again, Next. For this ad, I'm going to deselect Allow Enhancements and click on Done. Now let's also turn on the ad preview so we can see exactly how our ad looks like as we are working on our ad. Then let's move on to primary text. This is going to be what's displayed above our creative. So here I would just enter something that is relatable to the customer and also maybe add some call to action. So I'm just going to put in, do you love dogs? Share your love with dogs with everyone you meet in this hoodie. And then we're going to add also a headline. This, I would just add your brand name or your store name. So this would be Perfect Paw Apparel for this example. And then for the description, we're just going to add our offer. Now with offers, you can get very creative. So here you can see the offer is just 50% off only today. So kind of a sale offer. What you can also do is buy one, get one free, or buy one, get the second one for 50% off. You can get very, very creative. And the offer is really something that is a big factor in terms of how good the conversion rate is going to be with your ad. So I'm just going to type in 50% off only today. I'm adding the only today to also add a sense of urgency when people see this ad, which should also improve my conversion rates. Then we're going to move on to call to action. This is going to be what's displayed on the button on the ad. So we're going to change this from learn more to shop now, which is right here, because this is the button that makes the most sense for this ad. And then we're going to move on to destination. So here we want to just put the product page for this specific product that we're advertising here. Great, so now we have created our first Facebook ad. What we can do now is create more ads within this ad set that is targeting dog animals. All we would have to do here is go to the three dots, go to duplicate, and then we can tell Facebook how many times we want to duplicate this ad. So let's just say we want to duplicate it once, then go to duplicate. And then here we can change the creative, so we can create another image, we can create a video, we can also do a carousel ad. So the more ads that you're going to be testing for your products, the higher the chances that you're going to actually find an ad that will perform the best and actually make you the most money. But for now, I'm just going to keep it simple and just stick with this image ad. So I'm going to delete this other ad again. And then the next thing that I want to do is I also want to target some other interests, because the goal is to find the interests that are the most profitable for this product. So what I would do is just copy the ad set. So I'll just go to the three dots here, click on duplicate, and then we duplicate it, let's say 5 times, click on duplicate. And now the only thing that we want to change for the new ad sets that we have created is the detailed targeting, so the interest that we are targeting. So let's click on the first one here, scroll down to a detailed targeting. And then here we can just again type in any keyword related to our product or our niche that we are targeting. So let's again just go with dog. Or we can just click on suggestions, and then it will just give you suggestions based on the first interest that we have been targeting here with the first ad set. So let's scroll down, and maybe let's also try and target puppies. This would also be an interest that definitely is related to the products on that store. And then we also want to delete the original interest here. So we only target one interest at a time. And now we also want to change the name so we know exactly what interest that ad set is targeting. So we're going to scroll up again and then change the name to puppies. And then we're going to do the same thing with the next ad set and so on until you have different interests for all the different ad sets. And that's all we're going to do for our first campaign. So let's click on publish at the bottom right.